What's up, everybody? J Heat Sports Media coming at y'all again with that fire as always. Spitting the hot topics and getting the sports conversation started. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Football, basketball, and boxing. You was watching that game 3 between the Denver Nuggets and the Oklahoma City Thunder. You noticed greatness on full display. This guy, Nikola Jokic, showed up to the game dressed like the Joker. So you knew he wasn't playing no games. He was letting you know he's coming to put on a show. And actually, he didn't really for his standards. And that's what I want to talk about when it comes to greatness. This dude, Nikola Jokic, was like 6 for 20 at one point from the field. He looked gassed at the end of that game. You could just tell, like, he was giving his all, and it wasn't his night. But there's something about being a leader. Him showing up in that outfit, him coaching on the floor, allowing Russ to coach in those huddles. His guys showed up for him. And he needed them. Because if Jokic had it going, that game would have been a wrap. But OKC, they got so much firepower. They can get up and down the court so fast. And Shea was, in his bag a few times. Jalen Williams was doing his thing. The whole team really as a whole was just on the move, locked down on D, Dort hawking the ball. They in the passing lanes. I mean, Jokic just threw away the ball several times, had like 8 turnovers, just no answers at one point because OKC was just swarming everything. And every time Denver made a mistake, OKC was all over it. To the cup, layup drill, catching guys slipping behind back door. You can't, you don't see it coming because guys getting lazy because they just moving too much. OKC all over the place. But down the stretch of that game, you saw where Shea has to improve a little bit as a floor general at times. He can get a bucket in his sleep. But he's got to be a little bit better with creating so that he can't be boxed into a certain type of game. You expecting him to go for his. And if he don't get his, then there's a little bit of a problem there. But Jokic, on the other hand, I mean, Aaron Gordon came through, shout out to him. He was hitting buckets. It was like he traded mojo with the Joker because he was sticking threes like he a shooter. And like I said, Jokic couldn't throw a pebble in the ocean. But yet you look at the score at the end and Jokic got 20, 16 boards, 6 dimes, 2 blocks, 2 steals. A bad night. Really, a bad night. And when the game was on the line at the end of the fourth, when it was tied, trying to end the game, they still went to him, even though he was having an off night. And he took it like a champ. He just missed it. But, man, Jokic is something special. Let me just tell you. I mean, he was in control of that game, even though he was having a bad game. And you didn't even notice it as much unless you looked at the stat sheet at one point in time. You could see how involved he was. But it really looked like he was having a bad night, and that's greatness. OKC got to get one of these two in Denver. They got to. All right, that's all the time I got. Y'all know what it is, and you know who you looking for. J Heat Sports Media. Remember to like, subscribe, or get at me in the comments. Find me on YouTube, Instagram, X, and TikTok.